Now is the time for your weekly vocab, my friends. That's right. It's time to expand your vocabulary with new words, starting with the letter N. And, as always, at the end of the video, there will be a quiz so that you can test how many of these words you remember. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Narrate. This verb means to tell or describe a story or an event in words. For example, she could narrate every scene from the movie perfectly. Synonym, recount. Antonym, hush. Number 2, nation. A nation is a large group of people who live in the same place and are united by common traditions and a history. For example, India is a large nation with a diverse population. Synonym, country. Antonym, region. Number 3, nature. Nature refers to the physical world and all the living things in it, such as plants, animals, and humans. For example, the beauty of nature is truly amazing. Synonym, environment. Antonym, urban. Number 4, naughty. Naughty means misbehaving in a deliberately disrespectful or troublesome way. For example, the naughty children kept playing even after they were told to stop. Synonym, bad. Antonym, good. Number 5, native. A native is a person who was born and grew up in a particular place. For example, he was a native speaker of the language. Synonym, local. Antonym, outsider. Number 6, notify. To notify somebody is to tell them about something that has happened or is going to happen. For example, please notify me if you have any questions. Synonym, inform. Antonym, conceal. Number 7, notion. A notion is a thought, opinion, or idea. For example, he had no notion of what he was doing. Synonym, concept. Antonym, reality. Number 8, notable. Notable means worthy of attention or notice. For example, she was a notable figure in the community. Synonym, remarkable. Antonym, insignificant. Number 9, notice. A notice is a piece of writing that is intended to convey information to the public. For example, we put a notice on the door to let people know about the changes in our opening hours. Synonym, announcement. Antonym, obscurity. Number 10, noisy. Noisy means making or characterized by a lot of noise. For example, the party was so noisy that I couldn't sleep. Synonym, loud. Antonym, silent. Number 11, numinous. This adjective describes something that causes a feeling of fear and wonder, often because it is very old or seems to have a spiritual quality. For example, the mountains had a numinous presence that inspired awe in those who saw them. Synonym, eerie. Antonym, cheerful. Number 12, nutritious. Nutritious means providing the nourishment necessary for health and growth. For example, she always made sure to eat nutritious foods like fruits and vegetables. Synonym, wholesome. Antonym, harmful. Number 13, object. An object is a material thing that can be seen and touched. For example, he picked up the red object from the table. Synonym, item. Antonym, idea. Number 14, obnoxious. Obnoxious means extremely unpleasant or offensive. For example, his obnoxious behavior made everyone around him uncomfortable. Synonym, hateful. Antonym, pleasant. Number 15, observe. To observe means to watch or notice something carefully. For example, the scientist observed the experiment with a magnifying glass. Synonym, watch. Antonym, ignore. Number 16, odor. Odor is a smell, especially one that is unpleasant. For example, there was a strange odor coming from the bathroom. Synonym, scent. Antonym, aroma. Number 17, ominous. If something is ominous, it suggests that something bad is going to happen. For example, the dark clouds on the horizon looked ominous. Synonym, threatening. Antonym, reassuring. Number 18. Obstacle. An obstacle is a thing that prevents someone from doing something or reaching a certain goal. For example, the team had to overcome many obstacles to win the championship. Synonym, hindrance. Antonym, opportunity. Number 19. Onerous means involving a heavy or burdensome responsibility. For example, taking care of her sick mother was an onerous task. Synonym, burdensome. Number 20. Online. Online means connected to or available on the internet. For example, I like to shop online because it's so convenient. Synonym, digital. Antonym, offline. Number 21. Onslaught. An onslaught is a sudden and violent attack. For example, the team suffered an onslaught of injuries in the second half. Synonym, assault. Antonym, defense. Number 22. Open. Open means not closed or shut. For example, she left the window open to let in some fresh air. Synonym, receptive. Antonym, secretive. Number 23. Opinion. An opinion is a thought or belief about something. For example, he had a strong opinion about the best way to do things. Synonym, view. Antonym, fact. Number 24. Opportune. Opportune means happening at a good time. For example, it was an opportune moment to ask for a raise. Synonym, favorable. Antonym, bad. Number 25. Apprehensive. Apprehensive means anxious or fearful that something bad will happen. For example, he was apprehensive about giving a speech in front of a large audience. Synonym, nervous. Antonym, confident. Number 26. Appropriate. Appropriate means suitable or proper for a particular situation. For example, it's not appropriate to wear shorts to a wedding. Synonym, fitting. Antonym, inappropriate. Number 27. Approval. Approval is the act of officially agreeing or confirming something. For example, she sought approval from her boss before making the decision. Synonym, acceptance. Antonym, disapproval. Number 28. Applaud. To applaud someone is to praise them by clapping. For example, the audience applauded the actor for their outstanding performance. Synonym, cheer. Antonym, criticize. Number 29. Apparel. Apparel refers to clothing or the style of clothing worn by a particular group of people or during a particular period. For example, the store sold apparel for both men and women. Synonym, clothing. Antonym, nudity. Number 30. April. April is the fourth month of the year in the Gregorian calendar. For example, my birthday is in April. Synonym, na. Antonym, na. Number 31. Apple. An apple is a round fruit that grows on trees. For example, I like to eat an apple a day to stay healthy. Synonym, fruit. Antonym, vegetable. Number 32. Appraise. To appraise something means to assess or evaluate its value. Number 33. Archer. An archer is a person whose job is to shoot arrows. For example, the archer shot the arrow straight into the target. Synonym, marksman. Antonym, bystander. Number 34. Arena. An arena is a place where people go to watch sports or other forms of entertainment. For example, they met at the basketball arena to watch their favorite team play. Synonym, stadium. Antonym, outdoors. Number 35. Arguing. Arguing is the act of disagreeing and making claims in order to convince others that you are right. For example, the couple was arguing about where to go on vacation. Synonym, debating. Antonym, agreeing. Number 36. Arcane. Arcane means understood by very few people. For example, the secret organization had arcane rituals that were known only to its members. Synonym, mysterious. Antonym, clear. Number 37. Ardent. Ardent means very passionate or enthusiastic about something. For example, she was an ardent supporter of the local soccer team. Synonym, enthusiastic. Antonym, apathetic. Number 38. Area. An area is a particular part of a surface. For example, the area of the rug is 12 square meters. Synonym, region. Antonym, center. Number 39. Armistice. An armistice is an agreement between two groups who are fighting, which stops the fighting for a period of time. For example, the two countries agreed to an armistice to allow the sick and wounded to be removed from the battlefield. Synonym, truce. Antonym, conflict. Number 40. Artist. An artist is a person who creates works of art. For example, the artist painted a beautiful picture of the sunset over the ocean. Synonym, creator. Antonym, critic.